We'll now move on to our last question of the debate, which is, as students, how does the Affordable Care Act affect you personally? And how will the healthcare law affect you in a few years' time when you're young adults with jobs? Carlos, we'll have you start.
Yeah, definitely. And I would say I would speak for a lot of the students in my situation. I grew up in a family household that was not very rich. We didn't have a lot of wealth, and I was the first one to go to college in my family. I had to go and work as I was doing my school, and I think this is what a lot of students are doing, and what has showed me a lot of my work ethic, and it's actually very beneficial. But because of this law, we're now forcing employers to cut hours, to cut benefits from low-skilled workers and people that are working minimum wage hours. For example, Forever 21 and SeaWorld, who hire many, many college students from across the country, they're dropping their full-time employees to part-time because they don't want to pay that fine or that expensive health care that comes with Obamacare. Places like Trader Joe's and Home Depot are dropping medical coverage for their part-time employees. So even if you were part-time and you were getting employees, these companies are trying to provide something, and this health care law is preventing them from doing that because it raises costs so much that it eliminates jobs and makes their costs more expensive.
Thank you. Austin, how has the Affordable Care Act affected you personally?
Well, the Affordable Care Act affects me personally because I have a pre-existing condition. I have Crohn's disease, which I've been dealing with for 7 years. Now, luckily, I'm fine for the most part. I take my meds, I'm fine. But if the worst should happen, or if I should get sick, I'm very glad that the Affordable Care Act's in place, that the insurance company can't drop me from my coverage as soon as I get sick. I'm also very thankful that students and just young people of all professions get to stick on their parents' plans until they're age 26. The job market is tough for graduating students. It's especially hard to find a job that will provide you health insurance. So being able to have that coverage until you're 26 is essential. And the third thing is that the nonpartisan Congressional Budget Office has stated that this law, it originally predicted that the law will reduce the deficit by $143 billion from 2010 to 2019. And its cost estimates since then have shown that the costs of the law have been lower than they originally predicted. So we are saving more money than they originally thought we were. This has been one of the single largest drivers of deficit reduction in the last several years, and it projects to continue to be so in the next several years. If we care so much about the deficit, we should at least see how this law actually affects the marketplace.